This war is changing, not last week, not last month, but right now, and the shift can be felt across every sector of the front line. Russia is increasing its pressure, Ukraine is struggling to keep pace, and the United States is sending unusual signals. Not unusual in actions, but unusual in timing. One side launches hundreds of drones at Ukraine. The other side talks about progress in diplomatic talks. Two worlds that don't match. Two messages that collide. And in the middle of all this, a hard truth appears. The balance of the war is shifting again, and this time, not in Ukraine's favor. Russia launched one of its largest air assaults in months. Hundreds of drones, dozens of missiles, all unleashed in a single night. This wasn't just about numbers, it was about rhythm. Russia can repeat this pattern, not once, but again and again. Analysts were stunned because the scale of this operation showed one thing. Russia's capability is not fading, it's expanding. Early predictions claimed Russia would run out of stockpiles quickly. Those predictions no longer match reality. Targets were precise. Rail lines, logistics hubs, power infrastructure, and key military transit points. The goal wasn't only destruction, it was disruption. Disrupt logistics. Force Ukraine to drain expensive air defense missiles. Every cheap Russian drone is countered by a Ukrainian interceptor worth tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. This isn't just warfare, this is economic pressure, and Russia is exploiting it. Ukraine tries to respond to every Russian wave, but its air defense stockpile is thinning, it is shrinking, and it can't match Russia's tempo. Patriot interceptors are dwindling. Iris-T stocks are low. NASAMS reloads take time. Kyiv is still standing, but at a cost. Every night demands vigilance. Every dawn requires counting what's left. Major cities are under strain. Blackouts return. Transport slows down, and military facilities move farther from the front. This isn't just physical damage. It's psychological pressure and logistical pressure. Ukraine isn't only losing infrastructure, it's losing endurance, it's losing momentum. While Russia launched a massive strike, Washington said something different. They announced progress in talks with Kyiv. It sounds positive, but the timing is strange, and the message doesn't align with the battlefield. Many analysts interpret this as a diplomatic nudge, a sign that the U.S. wants to steer Ukraine toward a more realistic path, a path shaped by American interests, not Ukrainian expectations. U.S. domestic politics are heating up. Aid to Ukraine is now a partisan issue. Congress moves slowly. Public fatigue is rising. This isn't hidden. Ukraine knows it. They know support isn't flowing like it did in 2022. They know Washington's priorities are shifting. Yes, the U.S. still supports Ukraine, but the rhythm of that support is slowing. Smaller packages, longer delays, less urgency. This raises a difficult question. Is the U.S. preparing an exit strategy, or are they simply trying to manage a conflict they no longer want to escalate? In the early phase of the war, the Western narrative was clear. Ukraine would win. Russia would collapse under sanctions. Victory was only a matter of time. But that narrative is harder to sustain today. The battlefield tells a different story. Ukraine's counteroffensive did not break Russian lines. The front barely moved. Now Western media is shifting tone. More neutral, more critical, more restrained. They highlight Ukraine's losses, They discuss ammunition shortages. They acknowledge Western fatigue. This shift is not accidental. Media narratives often follow political signals, and the political center of gravity in the West is moving, slowly but clearly. Zelensky was once a global symbol. Everywhere he went, admiration followed. Every speech went viral. But time has changed the atmosphere and the narrative. Zelensky is now under pressure from all sides. His citizens demand victory. His military demands resources. His allies demand realism, and Russia increases its pressure every month. Zelensky is trying to maintain a firm stance, but Western diplomatic pressure is growing. They want flexibility. They want compromise. They want pragmatism. This puts Zelensky in an impossible position. If he leans toward compromise, he risks backlash at home. If he holds a hard line, he risks losing support from abroad. It's a dilemma without an easy answer, and every month the room for maneuver gets smaller. Amid all these dynamics, Russia keeps surprising analysts. They are not collapsing, they are not running out of stockpiles, and they are not slowing down their attacks. Russia's defense industry is running at full speed. Ammunition output is rising, drone production is accelerating. Missile factories work around the clock. Sanctions hurt, but they did not break the system. Russia found new partners, new trade routes, new suppliers. This is why Russia's strike tempo remains steady. This is why they can attack again and again. This is why their military posture looks more stable than predicted. Many analysts now agree. Russia is winning the industrial phase of the war. And long wars are decided by industry, not slogans, not speeches, not early predictions. Russia pushes with military force. The United States pushes with diplomacy. Ukraine is caught in the middle. They want to hold the line, but their resources are shrinking. They want to launch offensives, but support arrives slowly. The front moves slowly. Public trust becomes fragile. Western support becomes conditional. This is the hardest phase of the war for Ukraine, not because they are losing every battle, but because they are losing time. Russia has stamina, the U.S. has global priorities. Ukraine has limited options. The war has entered a new stage. A stage defined not by optimism, but by reality. Industrial capacity matters, supply lines matter, political will matters. Russia shows stability and long-term endurance. Ukraine shows determination, but faces major constraints. The United States shows support, but also hesitation. All analysis in this video is based on open sources. Visuals are illustrations for educational and analytical purposes only. If you want deeper analysis on strategy, military systems, or geopolitical shifts, support this channel by subscribing and liking the video. See you in the next analysis.